man. If you want to know how to prosper and how to serve your God, you join the I.S.U.P.K, man. You get yourself a flyer and you call the school, man. You attend these classes and you learn how to love your people, man. Because only when we serve God, we will prosper. We can't prosper from serving these other nations, man. You can't prosper from serving Islam. Our people serve Islam and they're some of the biggest drug dealers, man. You can't prosper from serving Christianity. We serve Christianity after it was whipped into our backs for over 400 years and we still ain't prospering, man. We have to return to the true God of this Bible, man. Go ahead.
Judith chapter 5 verse 17. And whilst they sinned, 18, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
But when we departed from the way that the Most High called us to be, when we departed from the law, statutes, and commandments, we were destroyed in battle, man. The Most High left us, he no longer protected us, and we were destroyed very sore, man. We were put on them cargo slave ships, man. And we were brought over here and enslaved and whipped and raped and murdered and castrated and had all levels of demonic and wicked things done to us, man. We were destroyed very sore because we left our God, man. Read on.
God, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
And we were led captive into a land that was not ours, man. We were brought into the Caribbean islands and enslaved in cocaine fields, man. We were brought to the Americas and enslaved and put on cotton fields, man. We were enslaved in all these different places. We cooked coffee, man. We picked coffee, picked cotton, cocaine. We were enslaved over the four corners of the earth, man. Go ahead.
God. And their cities were taken by the enemies.
And our cities were taken by the enemy, man. Right now, Jerusalem is inhabited by the Palestinians and the so-called Jewish people, man. These fake Jews, man. These people that have assumed our identity. They call themselves Jewish. Why? Because they are not a Jew. Even Jewish means pertaining to. If you say for something's bluish, it's kind of blue, but it's not quite there, man. These people are not the real Jews, man. They are Jewish. They are fakers, man. We are the real Jews, man. They are imposters. The real Jews are blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, and we found that in the Bible, man. From 1969, we know this truth now. The Most High revealed it to Commanding Johnny YAHANNA and to water for him for keeping the school going, man. Because now we know that we are God's chosen people and we're not just gangbangers, man. We're not just hoodlums and gangsters, man. We're not just whores and rap and pimps and adulterers. We're not just these wicked things that we do now, that we learned from our oppressor, man. Go ahead.
God, verse 19. But now are they returned to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered.
And at this time, we served our God. And what did our God do? He delivered us from the places we were scattered and he gathered us together. And that's what can happen once again, man. Black man, Hispanic and Native Indian man and woman, if you want to see your people join together, if you feel that Black Lives Matter, then you serve your God and he will gather you together out of the places where you're scattered, man.
That's right.
The people on this 12 tribes scar, this 12 tribes chart, we will be gathered together once again and be one nation, man. If you love black people, if you think Black Lives Matter, you find the I.S.U.P.K, man. You pick up a flyer, you put some donations in that bucket, man. You support your people. Go ahead.
God, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in all the hill country. For it is desolate, for it was desolate.
And when we served our God, we inhabited Jerusalem, man. We inhabited our motherland. We inhabited the place where the Most High God established his name. And if you want a land again, You know, black man, you don't have to be British. You don't have to be under this British empire and be a slave in Britain. You don't have to be a slave in the West Indies, man. You don't have to be a slave in America, Puerto Rico, and Mexico. You can have your own land. You can have your own language, your own culture, your own history, your own God. But you need to come back. You need to come back to the God of this Bible, man. You need to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because when you do, you receive blessing. You prosper. You get your land. You get your language. You have brotherhood, man. You know your history. You don't need to be a drug dealer no more, man. You don't need to be selling drugs to make ends meet, man. You don't need to abort your children because you think you can't afford it, man. You don't need to do these wicked things to try and scrape and get by in this wicked and vile kingdom that keeps you down, man. If you don't want to be a drug dealer, you come serve the Lord, man. The Most High will put you in a position where you don't have to sell drugs, man. The Most High will deliver you from all these wicked things, man. All these sins that our people have learned from their oppressor and feel like they have to do in this kingdom to get by. Listen, man. You don't have to be a drug dealer no more, man. You don't have to be a sinner no more. You don't have to be a murderer and an adulterer and a weed smoker. You don't have to be these things no more, man. Go ahead.
Go on, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
And these other nations know that whenever we sin against our God, the Most High punishes us, man. He departs from us and these other nations can prosper. They know that. That's why they want to keep you down, man. That's why they tell you in the movies and in the music that the only thing black people are good for is selling drugs or women shaking their ass. That's all you're good for, man. All you're good for is being a drug dealer and a gangbanger and a murderer, man. That's all you are. You're in a low state and you're going to keep getting your knee on your neck by the police, man. That's all they tell you you're good for, man. And they know that. That's why they want to keep you in this sin, man. Go ahead.
Come, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And they know that when we sin, and only when we sin, when we are in sin, they can overcome us, man. Only. And if you want to see black people, you want to see black people prosper, you serve the God of this Bible, man. You keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and they won't be able to overcome us no more, man. They won't be able to prevail against us no more, man. We will rule. We will be kings on this earth. Someone get me, it's like if you can get the Bible, I'm sure. Romans 1:28.
Come, verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their God.
And they said, if there's no iniquity, if there's no sin in blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, they said, yo, don't trouble them people, man. Lest their Lord be with them. Lest our God, the Most High God in His Bible, that created the heavens and the earth, lest our God be with us, and they will be shattered to pieces, man. They will crumble before us when the Most High God is with us, man. Is that it?
Lest their God defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
And if the Most High is with us and they try and come against us, there'll be a reproach, man. There'll be a lesson. There'll be a lesson to these other nations, the same way those Egyptians were back in the day, man. When they tried to enslave God's chosen people, and when we returned to Him, the Most High slaughtered them Egyptians, man. And that same thing will happen to these nations today, man. You just have to return, man. You can receive comfort from your oppression, man. You can receive salvation from your oppression and your slavery. But you have to serve your God, man. You can't look to these other nations to save you. Only one person can save you, man. That's the Most High God, man. You need brotherhood, man. You need to join together. You need to unify. You can't unify in drug dealing, man. You can't unify in their music videos and being whores and drug dealers and murderers, man. You have to unify in Christ, man. You have to unify in our King, YAHANNA, man. Get me Romans 1 verse 28. We have to unify according to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And you learn that in the I.S.U.P.K, man. If you're a brother and you want to see your people in unity, in unity prospering, you get yourself a flyer, man. And you learn how to join your people together, man. You learn brotherhood from the priests and prophets of the Most High, man. Because we've been in the Christian church for so long and we still don't have no brotherhood, man. There'll be drug dealers in the Christian church, man, with a cross around their neck. And as soon as they leave that church, they go back to selling drugs and destroying their own brothers, man. Destroying the minds of their own brothers and sisters, man. Destroying families, man. That same drug dealer is the reason why you don't know your father, man. Why you don't know your mother, because they were strung out on drugs, man. The same reason, that drug dealer is the same reason your father's locked up, man. Or your mother is blocked out in her mind, man. The same reason your grandparents are strung out on heroin and cocaine and all these wicked things, man. Go ahead, read that for me.
God. Romans chapter 1, verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
And because we didn't want to keep God in our knowledge, God gave us over to a reprobate mind, man. To the mind of to the vile mind of a sinner. Now we are reprobate, man. Now we are drug dealers. We are pimps. We pimp our women are whores. All they feel that they're good for is shaking their backside in music videos and in the club on every man and every man. We are adulterers. We are all these wicked and vile things because we did not serve our God, man. God gave us over to that reprobate mind. Go ahead.
God, to do those things which are not convenient.
And now we do things which are not convenient, man. Now we destroy our own people, man. Now we have no brotherhood, and we like to say, we like to beg our oppressor that Black Lives Matter, and yet we don't treat ourselves, we don't treat our own people as if Black Lives Matter, man. If Black Lives Matter, you stop selling drugs to your own people, man. If Black Lives Matter, you stop aborting your babies in them clinics, man. If Black Lives Matter, you join together in unity with your God, man. And Black lives will matter. Black lives matter in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You learn how to show that you believe that Black lives matter. And when you join together in the I.S.U.P.K, your people will prosper, man. No longer will we be strung out on drugs, man. Because it's a sin to take drugs and to deal drugs, man. And you learn that in the I.S.U.P.K. And we will teach you how to come off drugs. We will tell you to stop telling drugs, man. We will correct your behavior. And then you will prosper, man. Then drugs will be cleaned up in the black community, man. Go ahead.
God, verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness.
And we're filled with all unrighteousness, man. We're filled with wickedness. We're filled with fornication. There's so much adultery going on. Our women sleeping around, sleeping with every Tom, Dick and Harry, every next man. Listen, man, our women are supposed to be pure and wives to one husband, man. And our brothers becoming murderers and fornicators, sleeping with their brother's wife. Listen, if you're a brother and you see a brother that has a wife, you leave them alone, man. You leave that woman alone. You find yourself your own wife, man. You don't destroy or you don't take apart what God has joined together, man. And that's in the Bible, man. Adultery is a sin according to God, man. Go ahead, what else we got? And covetousness as well, man. That's a big thing that goes on in the black community. Where because we have nothing, because the oppressor has stripped us of everything that we have, now we are poor, we're like crabs in a barrel, man. We see a brother with a nice car and we want that brother's car, man. Not we want to work hard so we can buy a car of our own like that. No, we want to take what that brother has, man. We covet our own brothers. Where if a brother has something nice, if a brother has a nice chain, you want to teeth that brother, man. If a brother has a nice woman, you want to teeth that woman, man. We have become a nation that is covetous, man. And that is such like a brotherhood, man. That's what the Christian church, that's what that builds, man. That's what that breeds, man. Go ahead.
God, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers.
And we have become murderers. We have become malicious. We have become wicked and violent in this kingdom, man. Learning from our oppressor. All the wicked things that our oppressor used to do to us, now we do to ourselves, man.